morning, guys. I'm just gonna get ready as I talk to you. It's Wednesday morning. So the day has come. It is Lucy's dental procedure day. So that's why I'm not working at school today. I'm still full of hay fever. I'm not gonna bother doing makeup on my eyes today because there's just gonna be no point. The corners are so sore and itchy. I'm sneezing a lot. I'm gonna try and see if I can get some better antihistamines today so that I don't die. So I am really thankful that today has finally come around, because I was really starting to worry about Lucy's teeth. I didn't want to leave it any longer than it already had been, because I've got to be honest with you, when I first noticed that wobbly tooth and thought, oh, I better make the appointment with the vets, the rest of her gums and everything looked fine, because I had a little look and they all just looked a normal pink colour. And since waiting and since I've noticed that she's like only eating and drinking out one side and everything, I've had another look and now my gums look quite swollen. So like it has gotten worse in that time. So I am just really praying that all this can get sorted out for her. So I haven't given Oscar his breakfast yet because Lucy's not allowed any breakfast. And I don't want her getting confused if I feed him and not her. So he's going to have to wait until just before we go out. I'll give him his then. And then hopefully he'll be distracted enough by that to not worry about where I'm taking Lucy. Because it's always really difficult taking just one of them out on their own, because the other one thinks that, you know, I'm taking them somewhere fun and just abandoning them. So like yesterday, Oscar was actually at the vet's himself because he had to get a vaccination. And I tried to placate Lucy with a treat before going out, but I don't think that worked, because as soon as I locked the door, I could just hear her crying. And she really like screams the house down. So hopefully he won't be as bad, because he isn't as whingy, to be honest. He's a little bit better. But yeah, I've not been sleeping particularly well because of the allergies. It's kind of been keeping me up at night. Difficult to drift off. I'm gonna try and power through like I have been this week. Like I was fully concerned that, like after how I was on Sunday, that I would have to call in sick on Monday. But I wanted to avoid that because I knew I was going to be off today. That's, you know, another day without pay. So if I'm only working 2 days a week, that's not very much money. Oh, so we are powering through. Yeah, I still look like crap. But we look slightly better than we did when we started. Ugh, and like I say, I'm not even gonna touch my eyes. They're so red, they're so sore, they're so itchy. Don't want to put anything on there. So we look slightly better. Hair was washed last night. You can barely tell. You know, it's one of those things when you're not well and it just shows in every physical aspect of you. But yeah, we'll put our glasses back on. See if that puts things together a bit. Yeah, okay. Not so bad. So I am going to use this day as another art businessy day, other than having to look after Lucy, like picking her up whenever she needs, collecting from the vets. I'm not sure when that'll be. I don't know how long these kinds of things typically last for. If it'll be like just a couple of hours or what. But anyway, I'm going to use it as a regular business day. So we are going to do general work on Wyll, I think, today. And I want to try and do some social media posts because I've been neglecting that. Again, I'm not very good at keeping up with that. I want to come up with a schedule for my social media to say this is what gets posted on this day, so that I can have some consistency. Because if I do that, then I think maybe that's how I'll get the social media platforms to grow a bit more, get more people to see my stuff. and get a bit more business that way. I'm trying to bring the energy, I promise. It's just I'm a bit struggling with it. So we're going to do that. We're going to work on Wyll. I've got a few orders to package up that I could drop off on the way to the vets, so I'm going to do that ASAP, and then I will catch up with you again probably when we're taking Lucy out. Oh, well then, I've just dropped Lucy off at the vets, gone through all of the procedures and everything. It always feels awful coming out without them. Like, I feel really empty-handed. But yeah, they said it could be quite a few hours, possibly, just depending on when they can get her in and everything. But so now I have to worry that everything's going to go ahead perfectly fine and that she's going to be all right. She was a big brave girl going in though. There was no crying or anything when the vet took her away. She was happy to just go with the vet. So at least there's that. At least she doesn't seem worried, because I suppose she doesn't know what's going to go on. And she'll be asleep for it anyway. So there's no need to worry. Okay, so I'm going to nip to the shops on my way back to make sure I've got stuff in for tea, and to see if the pharmacy can give me some decent antihistamines. It's not just my eyes and nose now, it spreads to my throat. My throat is sore and itchy at the same time. And yesterday when I came home from work, my full head was just pounding. It was like I'd been whacked over the head with a baseball bat. It was so bad. And I don't know if it's like from all the sneezing or if it was just aggravated by that, and it was really just from all of the noise from the students all day. But yeah, so we want to prevent that from happening again. And then I'm just going to head home and start to do some work, distract myself a little bit so that I'm not thinking too much about Lucy and whether she's doing all right. Anyway, let's get on with the things that we said we need to do today, because there's only so many hours in the day, and the more time I spend rambling and talking about it, the less time I have to actually do things. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay, so we've had a bit of a kerfuffle. The vets have just rang. Lucy's perfectly fine. Oh, shut this door. But their x-ray machine is not. So they've recommended that, so that I can still get the procedure and everything done today, they've recommended that I pick her up and take her to their Horden practice. I didn't know they had one in Horden. So I'm going to run through, pick her up, take her through there, and then they're going to be able to do it at their practice. So yeah, I was literally just sitting down, getting ready to do some work on Wyll, and then they rang. So we will do that as quick as we can, and then we can get back to working. The worst part about going out is leaving this little one at home, because he obviously wants to come and know what it is I'm up to. Yeesh. Sterling, I'm going to go get your sister. Yes. We've picked up, so now we're going to go for a drive, aren't we, darling? Go for a little drive. We've got our seatbelt on. Yeesh. Gonna wind these windows down for you, don't worry. Okay, and we're back from taking Lucy to the other vets. So hopefully that should work out okay. We are going to work on Wyll, specifically the demon script down the side of the frame. So I want to make sure that that is done. Then I'm going to start adding in the blotchy colours around his the skin area, basically anywhere that is flesh. I'm going to try and get done with that today. Not fully blended out, rendered, just with the rough colours. But you'll see what I mean. If you've seen me working on the other portraits in the past, you'll know what I mean anyway. I'm trying a different angle. Hopefully this looks okay. I've got the phone on a like a clip attached above the tablet instead of to the side. So now at least when I move the tablet around, it doesn't actually affect what you can see. I can shift it about. So that may be a little bit better. Hopefully it'll stay on there okay. But yeah, I'm just going to put some videos on, chill out, and get started with this.
His eyes are purple and green from the light. From the light, silver skin, sentinel smiling. I look up at the moon, anxious in silence. Won't you come? All I know is they pushed away, and I hear sounds of steel and war. Futuristics clashing with the dirty hole. I said, so much death and sentinel smiling. I look up at the moon, anxious in silence. Won't you come? All I know is they pushed away, and I hear sounds of steel and war. Futuristics clashing with the dirty horde. Oh mama, I hear the cries. Looks like our Slayer's gonna be busy tonight. I hear 'em take down robots.
This has taken so long, and it doesn't even look that good. It's really basic. I'm mad about how long I've spent doing this. But yeah, I've got script down the side. I'm gonna leave it alone and move on to something else, because the more I work on it, the angrier I'm getting at it not having the effect I want. I kind of want it to look like it's glowing from within, but without it looking too like bright and luminous. I want it to look like, you know, like hellish glow, not a nice pretty glow. But oh, I don't know. I've tried to make it look like it's been etched into the frame itself. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking when I come to like doing all the flames and stuff, I might have a few more wrapping around at the sides just to like mask it a little bit. From a distance it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, we are going to move on because I've been on this for far too long. So I've just had a delivery from Amazon, and it's actually an organisational sort of mini storage unit that I got for the desk with the intention of putting the prints on there. So what I now need to do is clear my desk, because where I want it to go is like against that wall there. So I need to clear all this, put the new thing on, and then organise where everything is going to go.
Oh, so I was just in the middle of unboxing the rack when I got a call from the vet, so that's why I had to kind of stop what I was doing. It's just to let me know that everything is fine with Lucy. She is woken up and everything, and they want me to pick her up at about 6 o'clock tonight. So that's in a few hours' time. I'm never sure why they can't just let you pick them up straight away. I don't know, maybe there's like last minute checks and things that they have to do with her, but that's a weight off. Because I always worry whenever they have to go in for anything where they're going to be like put to sleep for a bit. There's always the risk that they won't wake up. So there's a weight off my shoulders now. I know that she is fine. So we're going to get back to putting this monstrosity together. There you go, you can see it a little better now. Oh, there is styrofoam everywhere. Then let's see what we've got. I'm having a little bit of a nightmare with this, so I'm not going to film it. I'm going to come back when it's all done. Okay, so there it is, and I'm just going to push it in against the wall like that. Yeah, it wasn't as complicated as it first seemed. I think I was just under a bit of pressure because I knew I was filming myself. Once I turned the camera off, I figured it out pretty quickly. So yeah, a very easy assembly. You can always tell something's easy to assemble if I'm able to do it, because I'm not the handiest person in the world. But yeah, there it is. So I'm going to move on to the next thing that I've bought. So what I've got is basically a bunch of these clear document boxes. They're A4 sized, and I'm thinking I can just put the prints in there and then stack them on the shelf. And then it's much easier to just grab instead of rifling through all of this and trying to figure out which ones were. I think it'll be easier to do it like that. And I'm also not going to store the prints in their plastic sleeves anymore. I'm just going to bag them up when somebody orders one. And if I'm going to a market or something, I'll just pre-bag a bunch. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get all of these out and then organise my prints, put them all where I want them to go. Alright, so it is Thursday. I've spent the morning reorganising my desk so it looks much neater. There's some hair dye over there that's obviously not going to live there. I'm planning on dyeing my hair later. So yeah, there's a lot more space to work with. And then in these, pull them out, I have got my prints stored. So each one has got the A4 and A5 ones underneath it. I have a couple of extra boxes, but I'm not sure entirely what I'm going to do once I have, for example, all of the Baldur's Gate portraits done. So I might have to double up some of them if this is the system I'm going to go with. Because I do have some prints like the Akatar ones, so like the Starfall one. I can't seem to shift those as easily as the Baldur's Gate ones, so I still have quite a lot of them left over. But yeah, we are much neater. I've got my notebooks and sketchbooks on this rack behind. It's actually a dish rack. I got them a while ago to store my prints on my bookcase. But yeah, so we've still got our little organisational thingy here that's got bits in it, like some plastic wallets for the prints and stuff. And this tray is everything that I need when I am packaging orders. So it has my thank you cards and the freebie thingies, the Happy Mail stickers, all of that. Lucy is doing well. I picked her up yesterday. Oh, yes, baby. So her gums are a bit sore. She's got some stitches in there. She's missing a lot of teeth. Bless her. Bless my little baby. And she also has to take some eye drops because the vet noticed one of her eyes is a little bit sore. And they did a little biopsy on something in her throat, which I'm praying is just going to be negative. She said there was a lot of swelling in the skin around her throat area, which I thought would happen anyway with her teeth being the way they were. But anyway, they're going to do a biopsy of that and check how she's doing. Yeah, so I'm staying home again with her today to make sure she can take her medicine and help her get around. Yesterday, after the anaesthetic, she was very, very wobbly. For the whole night, she was like struggling to walk. Her legs were just not cooperating, bless her. But she does seem much better this morning. Bless you. Oh, dear. Oh, honey, you're right. Yeah, she's much better today. Okay, so I'm going to get back to doing the actual artwork on Wyll. I haven't looked at this since last night, since I went to like go pick Lucy up. Yeah, you know, we might come back to that demon script at a later date to figure out how I want it to look. But until then, I'm just going to make a start on Wyll himself, get some of those rough colours plotted in.
He came as quiet as a cat. He didn't ask, just took a seat. He watched the reeds, and that was that. His silence wrapped me soft and sweet. Thanks for the gentle wings, thanks for the beacon bright, the falling apart boat, and thank you for that night. The waves splashed on the water's edge. I sat within an aging skiff. The hush had sunk onto the shoal. The wind sang what I longed to hear. Thanks for the gentle wings, thanks for the beacon bright, the falling apart boat, and thank you for that night. He didn't speak, but chose to stay. His eyes had something left to say. I felt a warmth I couldn't name, and all I knew was I would stay. Thanks for the gentle wings, thanks for the beacon bright, the falling apart boat, and thank you for that night. Thanks for the gentle wings, thanks for the beacon bright, the falling apart boat, and thank you for that night.
Alrighty, so here's a little look at how Wyll is doing. I think he is coming along very nicely. He's looking very handsome. So I've done all of the rough colours on any kind of skin, flesh areas. So all that's left is his hair, horns, and his robes. Not sure which armour this is actually that he's in the reference photo. But yeah, all of that shouldn't take too long because you can't really see too much of these robes and, you know, his hair and everything. It's all very dark. So yeah, I should be able to get this first pass of him completed today. At least that's what I'll plan to do. And then tomorrow I can make a start with blending him out and getting him all rendered nicely. But yeah, I'm very happy with how he's turned out. I was a little concerned at first that the reference image would be like too dark because there is a lot of shadows in there, but I've taken a few liberties, put some highlights in where there isn't any, just to make certain areas pop a bit more. But yeah, I'll probably tweak it a little more as I'm blending it anyway. That's what I usually do. So that's where we're at. I'll catch up with you again later.
Good morning, guys. It is Friday. I've got quite a lot of little things that I need to do today. So the dogs are at the groomers to get a haircut, so I'm going to ask them to take quite a bit of hair off them because it has been so warm. So they might be a bit shorter than I normally get them. I have booked a class at the gym. It's like this flexibility thing. So I didn't say, like, I normally would do a yoga class every Friday morning, but the instructor has gone out of the country for a few months. So she's meant to be coming back in October. But until then, they've got a new girl in, but she doesn't do Friday mornings. She does Wednesday mornings. So it doesn't work with my schedule. But instead, there's some flexibility class going on this afternoon that my mum suggested we try out. So I don't know. I mean, when I've spoken to Dan, he used to work in a sports centre. He used to, like, manage a sports centre. And they had a similar class on. And he said it was mostly for, like, old people who really struggle with their joints and mobility. So it might be a little tame. But who knows? We'll give it a go. And then we're planning to maybe grab some lunch or something. By that point, I'm hoping that the dogs will be done at the groomers and we can pick them up. It's kind of awkward timings because they might be done before the class is finished, and I hope the groomers aren't trying to ring me and, like, panicking about where I am. So I'm going to have to let them know that they might not be able to get in touch with me. The class is only half an hour, so it won't be too bad. I'm rambling again. I keep doing that. What else is it I need to do today? Lucy has a follow-up appointment at the vet's. That's it. Around tea time. So I'll have, like, a big gap in the day where I'll be getting stuff done, and then I have to take her to that appointment. So this morning I've just been chipping away at Wyll again. He's almost completely done on that first render pass. I don't really know what to call it, like the rough colours, before it's all blended. So all I have to do is 1.5 horns. I've almost finished one of his horns and his other one to do. They're going to take a while, I think, because there's a lot of texture in them. So I'm probably going to simplify them slightly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all the ridges exactly as they are. I'll have to maybe find a way to make that a bit easier on me. But once I've done that, I was going to say I could start blending him out, but I want to do the flames. So I'll probably get those flames roughed in. Then I'll start blending everything out. So I'm not going to show you how he's looking yet because it's kind of not too different from the last time I showed you, really. He's just looking very blotchy. I'll give you a look once everything it has the rough rendered colours on it, and then you can see how he's looking then right before I start to blend stuff out. Thinking schedule-wise, he should be done next week, maybe. Next week's going to be a little tricky because we're actually going away. So I'm going to have to see. I want him done by the end of the month. I want to be able to have one portrait done each month going forward. Because for a while there, I was really, like, dawdling and not really producing a lot of artwork.
but since doing Gale, like I've kind of sped up a bit, got my process a bit more streamlined. I think the vlogs are what's helping though, because I want to have something to show you. So it's kind of keeping me accountable, keeping me motivated to keep working on stuff instead of getting sidetracked and starting other projects. So it means that I am actually focusing on something until it is done and not starting a load of other things in between. So that's really helpful. But yeah, I will show you him once he's a little further on. And I'm going to have to start getting ready to take the dogs to the groomers now. It always takes longer to get them all harnessed up and in the car than I expect because they get so excited about going out. So I'm going to have to start doing that now. So I'll catch you up. So I will catch up again with you guys later. She may be out of breath, but at least now her fur's all cooked nice and neat. There's Ozzy. Please ignore the carpets, they clearly need hoovering. But I wanted to show you the babies after their haircuts. Okay, so I'm back after doing a bunch of things. Me and my mum went for some lunch afterwards. We timed it so that we finished the class. It was quite tame, to be honest. It was kind of like baby yoga, might be a way to put it. But yeah, so the class was quite easy. We then went and picked up the dogs, and then we went out to a pub to get some lunch and just sat in the garden under the shade. So that was quite nice. It's always nice to have the dogs out with us. And now I have come home. So I have a couple of hours before Lucy has to go back to the vets for her follow-up appointment. So I am going to keep working on Wyll. I've just remembered I need to redo her eye drops. So she's got some eye drops that I need to put in now, and it's just jogged my memory talking about her vet appointment. So I'm going to do her eye drops, then I'm going to spend a couple of hours working on William. Is it even short for William? Could have just completely made that up. Oh, and I'm also having an ice lolly because it is another blisteringly hot day and I think I deserve it. Okay, and we are back. Ignore Lucy, she's just having a bit of a tantrum in the garden. I'm gonna go give her a dinner soon. So I ended up doing the flames, and I ended up just fully rendering them. I didn't bother with like the rough pass like I have with Wyll. So that's all done. So now I'm on easy street really, because now I've just got to blend all of this mess out. Not looking forward to having to do the horns, because there's a lot going on there. But the rest of him should be fairly easy. And then we will have our... What number is this? Let's see, this Astarian Shadowheart. Colour custom. 6th portrait. He'll be our 6th Baldur's Gate portrait that will be complete.
Caught your eye before the first downbeat. Every glance a move, I can't retreat. In the circle, we're drawn to compete. Show your strength, but don't concede. Strike the floor, now we both proceed. Hearts pound, double time, barely 2 feet apart. Signals exchange, do you play the part? Every silent moment feels like a start. Right foot, left foot, testing the art. Every step we take is war and peace. Body spiraling, search and release. Lines drawn tight, what's gained, what cease. Locked in rhythm, hope for the keys. You spin away, but I'm not letting go. Every feint a promise you bestow. Temptation strikes you in a single throw. Only one can leave, so toe to toe. Trading motives, only we really know. Who claims victory, who lets the fire in. Twisted allegiances tangled within. Each glance conceals where we've both been.
by heat and the will not to fall. You and I dancing, surrender and brawl. Every step we take is war and peace. Body spiraling, search and release. Lines drawn tighter, who finds peace? Locked in rhythm, hope for the keys. Every step we take is war and peace.
Hi guys, I'm going out with some friends later, so I've kind of beautified myself a little bit, but I just wanted to kind of film a bit of an outro for the vlog because it's Saturday evening now. I'm going to be editing it tomorrow. I will show you the progress on Wyll. That's all I've really been working on today, so I'll pop him up here. So I think he's starting to look really nice and just blending everything out now, so we're on the home stretch, really. I am very nearly done with him. I'll probably chip away at him a little bit more on Sunday. And then, if I don't get him finished on Sunday, I'm sure I'm going to be able to get him finished throughout the week. So then he will be another portrait done. I'll be making stickers and prints in the next vlog. Okay, the next vlog may be a little different. So we are going away at the weekend. We are going to London to see Linkin Park. They're Danny's all-time favourite band. They're one of my favourite bands. I bought him tickets to see them at Christmas. Blew his mind because he's never had a chance to see them. It's a shame that we won't get to see Chester, obviously, but Emily, the new singer, sounds amazing. So we're really looking forward to that. But yeah, we're going to be down in London seeing them. So I am going to try and vlog some of that and show you like a little bit of our little city break. So that could be fun, but it does mean that I'm not going to have as much time to work on shop stuff. So it's going to be like a mini holiday, really, because we're traveling on the Friday, so that's normally my work day. So I won't be in the studio for that. So it'll just be any bits and bobs I get done after school during the rest of the week. But with that, thank you again for joining me for another week working on my small business, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.